Hey, could you close the door? Yeah. Peace, y'all. Let y'all get in the building. See what's going on. Trying to see if everything legit. Let's get into this. See how this go. I got a couple heads in the building. Peace, y'all. On this solstice day. And I've been doing my solstice fasting. So I've been real I've been in reflection mode, definitely. But just wanted to come out here and get on the building today. Yo, we how's everybody doing? Peace, Barghani, Islam, Salam, Hetepu, Rahubat, Black Power, Gino Lago Ninani, Chief Noble Bandele, Elamine back in the building. You feel me? With another video. Today's video we'll be discussing an old video, kind of. We're gonna get into how you should handle yourself, how you should deal with yourself when you are when you are dealing with the police. Okay, so we're gonna look at how you would deal with a traffic stop. Okay, and this is part 2 from a video a long time ago. It got a lot of people, talk a lot of smack on the videos, try to say I'm stupid and all that good stuff. But my first video, check that out. This is going to basically show what I was saying in reality. Okay, so I'm gonna try to show you guys a video, and then we're gonna try to break these videos down and show you what was going on in the video. Okay, so before we get into any of that, please check out all my books on Amazon.com. Okay, we got the More is More by Man, got the Nationality Birthright. I got the second Morris Treaty. So if y'all got the first Morris Treaty, please get the second Morris Treaty. Anybody looking to get married, I got a lot of marriage videos, but this book is the guide to religious marriage. So it's very interesting. And the guide to the birth certificate explained. And my latest book is The Canaanite Connection. This book is talking about the true origins of Abrahamic religion. Okay, so it's going to show you how Canaanite, a lot of the origin of what we know in today's religion. Okay, so check them out. All my books. And if you're looking for a gift, if it's not too late, and you can order ship it, you get you a book of the journal book for somebody as a gift for holidays or for birthday celebrations or whatever. But um, pretty much that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's get into this, y'all, because we want to talk about these traffic stops. Okay, now when I did this video back in 2012, a lot of things. I'm gonna say I gotta update that information. Okay, a lot of what was being said is true, especially for a lot of these Moors or indigenous people out here who are, you know, traveling in their automobiles without some kind of government license or even registration for their car. There's been a lot of, I guess, there's been a lot of confrontations. If you look on YouTube, you probably see a lot of confrontations, and a lot of them have not been good. So there's a way to handle yourself when you get stopped by the police. As a Moor, or even as a so-called citizen, you have rights. Okay, and a lot of times we are intimidated by the police officers. I've been intimidated by the police officers, but you have to be on top of your game because police officers are in the they're in the job for securing the bag. Okay, what I mean by that, cops are looking to give you a ticket. They're looking to make money off of you in some form or fashion. In most instances, now I'm not saying that all cops will do it, but more times than not, you're going to get a ticket from a police officer, which is going to cost you money, or you're going to get arrested, which is going to cost you money. So either way, what they're doing is trying to create some kind of money. Okay, um, we know police officers are not your. They're not here to protect us. Okay, Supreme Court law has said that they're not here. They do not have to protect you. Okay, so police officers' primary function is to protect the property of the particular city you live in. Okay. But what we're gonna do is look at a couple videos. Hopefully I can get this video. This is my first time doing these videos. Okay, so bear with me on how we get down. Okay. So this video right here, you can go to it, know your rights, 101, and you can watch this whole video in its entirety. But we're gonna watch this video about this brother. This is a foreigner too, right? So it's not a so-called white person, but it's a foreigner. Okay. So what we're gonna do is look at this, and hopefully this video will play. If it doesn't, and I gotta come off the air, y'all, I'm gonna come off the air. But I'm just gonna try to see if it works.
Right. Come on out. Meet me out front of the car.
Why? Why do you want me to meet you in front of the car? Why you want me to meet you in front of the car?
Because they said get out of the car and come up here. Now.
What is the reason?
What's the reason? Because I'm going to check you for impairment. You've been drinking, you're under the influence of any drugs, we're going to check. Come on out.
What is your name and badge number?
Shaw 1741. This is the last time I'm going to tell you to get out of this car.
One good thing, he's videotaping. Okay, so we really need y'all. We all need to get recorders in our car. And one of the first things he did was ask for his name and badge number. Very important.
Is this a lawful order?
Yeah, it is a direct lawful order.
What is the law? What law did I break?
All right. You want to go to this route?
What law did I break?
Don't touch me. Don't touch the car.
Don't touch me. You never say when you pull me over. You never say when you pull me over.
Because you almost hit the rear end of a semi.
That's not true. I'm not lying.
Okay, I'm not, and we got cameras,
So is it against the law to be almost with somebody?
yes.
What is against the law?
Okay.
What's law is? I get obstacle on the road.
What are you talking about? Come on.
All right, y'all. So he tries. Officers do this often. They'll say that if you swerved or if you seem like you almost hit something or you did, they always try to use that as probable cause, as something's wrong. Okay, that is a probable cause. There is sometimes when it is probable cause, but they try to use that. And so, what did the guy say? He said, "Did I break the law?" He said, "You almost broke it." So he said, "Is there a law against almost breaking the law?"
You listen to me, huh?
Now, take your glasses off. Do you have any medical conditions?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay. Now, if you're not going to answer these questions, do you want to do a field sobriety test?
Negative.
Negative?
Negative.
All right. Why is that?
I'm not answering questions.
Because he's not stupid.
I'm not answering questions.
Not answering any questions. So, we're not going to go through any tests and make.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna keep pausing it because this is why we gonna get down. Look, one of the rules: don't answer the questions of police. You do not have to answer the police, especially if you've given them some kind of identification. whether it's a Moorish identification or if it's your state identification. Okay. Once you've given him your name, address, and your name, address, and your date of birth or whatnot, then that's all that you really have to give him, and you don't have to even tell him it. If you give him an ID, if you give him some kind of identification, then that's all you got to do.
Make sure that you're okay to actually drive on the roadway. You're not endangering yourself or anyone else on the road. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not going to answer any question. I didn't say anything.
Okay. All right. You got all his info. All right, go back and start on his ticket. All good flow for caution. All good flow for caution. All good flow for caution. Is all your address and everything turned on your driver's license and registration? That's a question you gotta answer.
No, I don't care.
Okay.
Don't violate my rights.
Another thing, you see, officer will trick you and say what you've got to do and what you don't got to do. Let me tell you right now, an officer has the right to lie. Okay, plain out. We know that. Officers will lie and tell you anything. Officers will tell me, well, if you just let me in your car, if you just let me do this, everything will be all right. Don't believe it. Stand on your rights.
What rights am I violating?
This is a question.
Yeah? It is a question. I'm asking you a question. Is everything current, which is a state law to have your driver's license, the address of your
Go
driver's
find out.
license?
Go find out. Go find out.
I'm asking, I don't know where you live right now.
You don't have to.
Alright, lift your glasses up for me.
Why?
As I told you. Alright, take your sunglasses off.
Is this a law?
Yes. I am giving you an order.
Well, you can give me order to cut the grass here. Do I have to do it?
That's not reasonable.
I don't care. I don't care. You harassing me. Stop harassment.
Hey, now I ain't done nothing wrong. Now the way I see it, you owe me an apology.
Take your sunglasses off.
Why?
Because I need to look at your eyes.
No, you don't have to look at my ass.
Take your sunglasses off.
No, I'm not going to take my sunglasses off. My eye hurts.
Your eye hurts?
Yeah.
For what?
It's not your problem.
Okay.
Dude won't answer any questions. Okay?
What crime do you expect me to commit?
Traffic violation.
This is not a crime.
It is.
This is not a crime.
Then test this in court.
This is not a crime. You
Get
get
all
not.
the court information that you need to get
This
this
is not a
thing
crime. I'm scared of you. Stay away from me. Can you articulate crime that you've been
I
detaining?
just told you several times.
This is
but
not
I
a
can
crime.
explain to you. I can't make you understand.
This is not a crime. Articulate what is
I
your.
just did.
This is not a crime. Traffic violation is not a crime. How come you came to tell this?
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay, now let's look at this real quick. The guy said that a traffic violation is not a crime. He's right. Now, if you've been to court, they might try to say it's quasi criminal. Okay, so they try when you go to court, they will try you, and they try to put you under the jurisdiction of criminal. Okay, and this is not true because it's not a crime. Okay, really, what it is, if anything, it's a civil suit because they're trying to make a claim on you. Okay, so now in some courts, in some states or cities, they will say it's civil. So it's if you're told that it's a criminal act, then that's when you need to get them.
Crime. It is a crime traffic violation. Can I have your supervisor here, please? Right away.
All right, now I want to stop this again. Okay, now check this out. A lot of times when we get stopped by the police, we should ask for a supervisor if things escalate, right? Because it's just like if you go into Burger King, right? Or if you go into Best Buy or any store and you got customer service. Customer service is only going to be able to do what they're told to do. Okay. So that means if you go in there and if you go into customer service and they tell you something you don't like, you have the right to get a supervisor. So in the same way, of course, you understand police officers are on the lower level and they are told what to do every day. They go, they sit in front of their sergeants, they tell them what's going on for the day and what y'all need to prepare for, and this is what y'all need to do, and that's it. They don't they don't have any authority. Police officers are somewhat like customer service with a gun. Okay.
Stay away from me, please.
No.
6 feet. Don't tell me no.
Keep your hands out of your pockets. That's the order.
No, this is not the order.
Hand out your pocket.
No, I can't.
Hand out your pocket.
Why you have to be out my pocket? You don't have control over me.
What's that?
You have no control over me.
I'm conducting lawful business right now.
What do you mean
sir.
local business? What law did I break? Tell me.
I just did about 6 times.
Traffic violation is not a breaking a law.
It is.
It's not.
A traffic violation is breaking the law. Keep your hands out of your pocket.
So is there a law that say I have to keep my hands out of the pocket?
Yeah.
What
I
law
am.
is this?
Now, 2 options are you either keep your hands out of your pockets or I'm going to pat you down and make sure you don't have any.
No, I don't want to be touched.
Then keep your hands out of your
And
pockets.
I don't want my car to be touched as well. I don't want any consent. I'm not giving any consent.
Okay, now there it goes right there. Another thing that we do, and we talked about this on the old video, is we give the police consent. I have known too many brothers that have gotten. I know brothers who be bringing stuff from one place to another, illegal stuff that they know they got something that they shouldn't have. And when a cop asks them to search their car, they allow them because we always think that the officer, if we're polite to the officer, that he's going to be like, well, since you've been so nice, I'm going to let you go. No. When you give an officer consent, you have lost your rights. So you cannot consent. And so this man said he does not consent to anything. He hasn't answered any questions and he hasn't consented to anything. Okay.
Keep your hands out of your pockets. Yeah.
I'm gonna take your camera.
Okay.
I'm gonna take your body camera. I'm gonna take your camera, dash camera. Okay?
Yes, sir.
This is a public record.
Yeah. Hands out of your pockets.
Turn around.
No.
No, why you have to tell me what I do?
Because if you stick your hands in your pocket again, I am going to handcuff you and you're going to
For what you gonna handcuff me? For what you gonna handcuff? For what? For what?
Follow my directions.
I don't have to follow your directions. No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
You have no authority over me to tell you what I'm gonna do.
You're on Interstate 71 in the state of Ohio. I have authority. How many times do I have to tell you to keep your hands?
Hey, y'all. And of course, this is in the state of Ohio. And as you see, this is a state trooper, right? I just thought it was interesting because I'm in Ohio. So, you got to, I don't know. Ohio is infamous, you know.
You can't tell me what I'm gonna do.
How many times?
This is a free country.
That's the last time.
No, yeah, so what you gonna do?
I'll put you in handcuffs.
Oh, okay, oh, I'm gonna get your immunity. Guess what's gonna happen? Stay away from me, 6 feet. It's a pandemic.
Ooh, okay, so hold on now. So he said, I'm going to get your immunity. Okay. Now, I know y'all like, what? Now, you understand that cops have some sort of immunity, right? But they're only protected as long as they are doing the law. Once they step out of, once they break the law, they could lose their immunity. So you have to remember that. That's why it's always important to watch an officer to make sure that he's doing procedural due process. Because a lot, this is all dealing with due process, y'all. Due process.
Don't get close to me. What do you think we are? To come harass people like this?
Stay right there.
Sir, are you a supervisor? What is your name and badge number? Yeah. What's your badge number?
Hey, so why don't you step on over here so you don't get hit?
I'm not gonna get hit. Don't worry about it. You can get hit too. Why don't you stay close?
Oh man. Hold on. Let's okay, we got a commercial, so hold on. Look, we got StreamYard commercials. Perfect, right? Let's get to it though. We gotta get to this.
high quality live streams for free.
All right, y'all. We got those ads, right?
Huh? Why don't you get over here? Somebody's gonna hit you. Okay. Well, what about somebody hit you? Oh, you consider them on my safety? Oh, really? No, don't lie.
Cops will lie.
Safety is not your priority. I'm concerned about your safety. Why don't you stay over here? How you doing, sir? What is your name and badge number? Are you supervisor? Yeah, this guy, he detained me without particular. He didn't say why he didn't been detained. He didn't say any crime I have committed. Okay, is this a crime? This is not a crime. If he's being threatened to arrest me because I put my hands in my pocket. You know? Okay, am I looking safe? Okay. He's being a real piece of shit and I want to go to a department to make a complaint. Because he's being a real crap. And I'm going to get the camera of the vehicle and I'm going to get his camera.
Another thing is you have to make a complaint if you're stopped by a police officer and you definitely, if you've been violated, your rights have been violated, it is imperative that you make a complaint against the officer. You must go down there as soon as you get, like, let's say you do get a ticket. A lot of times, an officer will still give you a ticket, right? But he harassed you and then he gives you a ticket. It's important for you to go down there and make a complaint on the officer.
Okay, so what I have to be detained? Well, you don't have to detain me for this. You know what I'm saying? It's a traffic violation. So traffic violation.
Now he's right. I mean, why are you being detained for something as such as a traffic infraction? Now think about this: if you're on the road traveling, right, and there's a plane going over you and it's taking pictures and it gets you for speeding, right? Or there's a traffic camera, which is infamous in Ohio. A traffic camera that takes a picture of you allegedly speeding, right? They give you a ticket in the mail. They don't stop you. They don't take your picture and then the police run you down and try to find you. They send a ticket in the mail for traffic tickets. So for you to be detained like this is a violation of your right.
It's not a crime. Anybody commit traffic violation. This crap, I'm gonna, he wants to arrest me. Don't look at me like this.
Look at you like what?
Tyrant. Staying close to me like half a feet here. Why you look at me like this?
Like what?
Being stupid in front of your sergeant here. I told him already.
Okay.
All right. And you are Sergeant, I just want to let you know that he's a
Hold
real
on.
piece of trash, you know. This guy.
All right, so I just want y'all to see that. Now, you see how the man stand on his ground. Now, despite the fact that he got a ticket, okay, despite all that, he still was able to stand his ground. And basically what we was talking about in that video was that when you are getting stopped, if you're trying to be either, what they call sovereign, but really just if you're standing on your ground and being a patriot or a so-called sovereign, or you're working as a Moorish or having your own indigenous nationality, then you're going to have to stand on yourself, but you can't allow yourself to be harassed, and you got to stand your ground. Now, people clown me because of what I said on my video, act like you're gonna get killed or something. But I just wanted to show actual people having encounters with the police. Okay, so let's look at this one right here and let's break this down. Now, this one, like I said, you can watch it. Private Traveler, Flawless Execution of Traffic Stop. This is on the Freedom from Government. Okay, that's the person who got this. Okay, so I'm not, trying to do anything, but I do want you to see this person didn't have. He has um, unconventional plates. Okay, so he doesn't have the state government license plates. So we're gonna watch what happens. Okay, he pulls up on him. Let's see. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, man? Oh, no, I'm good. I can roll. I can keep it like this.
Right.
No. Uh-uh. I didn't get permission to do that, man. All right, sir. So, do you have any idea why I pulled you over? No. Okay, I'm Officer Wilson with Phoenix Police Department. Okay. But let me ask you a question. Yes, sir. Is there a reason why you opened my door like that? Yes. For my safety, I can't see back there. Okay, but you had to get my permission to do that. No, sir. Do you have a warrant to do that? No, sir. Okay.
Oh. Right.
Okay. Okay. We'll settle that later. But
all right, y'all. So did he have the right to open his door? Because officers have done that. I've had an officer. I refused to sign a ticket, and he had me put me in the back of the car. So I'm sitting in the back of the car, and I'm sitting in the back of the cruiser. He writes the ticket, opens my car door, and puts the ticket in. Okay, so I'm just saying. I don't know. Does he need a warrant for that, y'all?
no, I do not have a license. You don't have a driver's license? I turned it back in. I don't need a license. This is not a commercial vehicle. This is not a commercial vehicle. No, it's not, and I'm not operating in commercial capacity. Is it registered in the state of Arizona or anywhere else? As a matter of fact, I didn't. I turned that back in as well. I'm have my girlfriend.
Okay, y'all. So you heard the officer ask him, was it registered in the state of Arizona, and was it registered in any state? Okay, so therefore, what he's doing is he's trying to search for the jurisdiction, right? He's saying like, okay, if he say he don't have a license, right? So he don't have a contract, but does the car have a contract? Okay, because the car has a contract too.
My glove department. Got some paperwork to show you. Go ahead. Okay. No, I'm not rolling Indian windows down. He's just talking to me. Now, what I can give you is I'll be more than happy to give you an ID. And why did you pull me over? You don't have a valid registration, sir. Okay, and we already established that it's not required that I'm not operating as a commercial vehicle. In the state of Arizona, you have a valid registration. You also have to provide me with identification. I don't have to unless I commit a crime. In the state of Arizona, you do. Okay. What's the traffic infraction? You have no valid registration. Okay. Did I commit a crime? It's not a crime. It's a civil. It's a civil. Okay.
Booyah. Okay, remember we said earlier how sometimes they try to call a criminal. Now, the state trooper, the state trooper said it was a crime in Ohio, right? You see that? But this officer in Arizona said, what is a civil matter? Okay? Check it. Check it.
Commit a crime. I'm not recording. Hold on. You are committing a crime now. What crime is that? No, providing me with a So a crime is when you injure someone. No. A crime for the state of Arizona. You gotta understand here. It sounds like you're working off of constitutional law, right? I'm working off of state law. And your job is to uphold what? The Constitution. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not here to ask.
Okay. Okay, so he did look, you hear the officer? The officer get himself tied up, right? Because he said you're operating off of constitutional laws. See, the officer is telling you that they not operating on constitutional law, right? He tried to say they operate on state law, okay? But what is state law? Don't state law got a constitution? And in that state constitution have to be aligned with the federal constitution? But then he said, but didn't you take an oath to the Constitution? So how? So what? So which one is it, Mister Officer? Right?
So you did? No, I understand that. More interested as to why. Okay. I've never seen anything like this. I understand, and I figured that. Okay. So now, I'm not here to ask you because if that was the case, if I was here to, cause you any kind of grief or house, just take me out of the car. And then now you're talking about civil lawsuits when you do that. No, is that a passport? Yes, it is. And I'm thinking about giving to you. I'm not sure if I'm gonna give to you, but just for the record, is your Axon on recording? Yes, sir. Okay. I also have mine. Actually, I have to look down, double check, because it sure is. All right. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put mine right here because it's on and record as well as my glasses. Perfect. All right.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, I'll show you some paperwork. It has my name on it, so what I will do as a courtesy to you, I give you my ID. I verify who I am. Perfect. Right? All right. Now, what I end up doing is here's the proof that I turned in my license plate. Okay. Back to the DMV. I'm no longer contracted with them because I don't use this as a Uber driver or taxi driver. So I don't.
Right. He's saying that he's not commercial. If you understand a driver and the definition of a driver is one who does things in commerce. So bus driver, taxi driver, Uber driver. You see what I'm saying? A pizza delivery driver. If you're doing private driving for a business with your car, those are commercial uses. So if you're not doing any of that and you're just in your private capacity, what he's saying is, hey, I don't need none of that.
Here's another paper. I turned in my driver's license. Okay. I gave it back to them. Now that just for you to look at. That just shows that I don't use this vehicle for commercial purpose. That's why I have my plates that says I'm not commercial. Okay. I don't. When you operate, when you get a license plate at the DMV, it's required that you get that, or you're under the assumption that you're operating in commercial capacity. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So if I was an Uber driver, don't need that. You would need your because I'm operating and using it on transport passengers and stuff like that. Okay. But for my own private car to go from A to B, I'll work. Okay. Which makes sense. Unfortunately, state law says you do. Even if you're not, what ARS statute? I would have to go look it up. I don't know statutes by heart. Okay. Statute always also says this doesn't count.
So you ever wonder? We're gonna get back to this, okay? You ever wonder why officers don't know the law? Like they can't recite the statutes, or they don't know the law. They're not lawyers, right? They're just the grunt men on the bottom that's told to do something and they got a gun to enforce it. That's their law. It's the gun.
Like I said, I'm not here to hassle you.
No, I understand.
I'm here to hassle you. I'm just letting you know.
I will ask you to show me those laws if you telling me.
This one is 28. I gotta go look it up.
You gotta look it up.
Yes, it's called Operator Failure 1595 Bravo. Operator Failure to provide ID.
Operator. That's what? That's
You're operating this vehicle.
I am not operating.
What are you doing?
I am traveling in it.
Okay.
The operator, if you look up the Arizona Drive statutes, operator. If you look up operator says it's the person that operates a motor vehicle on a highway for commercial purposes.
Okay.
So an operator, like a bus operator, they transport passengers.
See, this is how they get us caught up because they call us a driver, operator. These are commercial terms that are interchangeably used, right? Let's keep it going.
Anything to do with traffic is commercial.
Well, I'm not a traffic guru, and I'm not here to hassle you.
But I've done my research.
Yeah, I am gonna tell you that you're probably gonna get pulled over multiple times, and you probably already do.
This is my first time, and it's been when I turned that in.
Let's see, 1028.
The plate. Is that the driver's license?
1028.
It's been, and I've been in California in this car. Highway patrol in California got behind me, nothing. So you're the first, man. So congratulations.
Okay. Well, so operator Freddie, I would have to read what operator says. I'm gonna take your word for it because we have calls to get to. We're quite busy.
Nah.
Ask you to write tickets and take you out of the car. Just letting you know that from what I operate by, this is not valid. All right.
Yeah. So your job is to operate traffic. And
yes, when I deem it necessary.
But yes, so yes. Your job is to operate traffic, somebody speeding and stuff like that.
Or no registration.
Expired tag.
Or no tags.
Oh, see, but I don't have a state plate.
Yes, you don't.
So that's therefore I'm not contracted, so it's not required.
Okay. You hear this, brother? You hear this, brother? Okay, he is running it. Okay, so all these people that want to talk that smack about, it's about how you talk to these officers, man. It's about what you know in the law and how to talk to them.
That's why I gave it back. Now, if I had that and I had an expired one, that's your job to say, hey, you don't have any tags, what's up?
Yeah.
But that's why I got rid of it.
Well, this is kind of the same thing as you getting a Sharpie. You getting a Sharpie.
Is it the same thing?
You getting a Sharpie.
Yeah,
I don't have time to run through the traffic laws here and say, all right, well, you were wrong here, or you were right here. I'm just letting you know, hey, you get another officer that is kind of more of a stickler about traffic, that they could possibly write you tickets and pull you out of the car for providing me this.
What he's saying right there is, if you get an aggressive cop, okay, one who doesn't care, so you might get a dirty cop, or you might get a cop who is in it to try to prove you wrong. Okay, that's kind of where you're going with this. Check it.
When you say pull me out of the car, meaning what?
So you driving this vehicle, traveling in this vehicle, providing me this 28-1595 Bravo says this is not the proper identification when you're operating a vehicle.
That's the key word. And a vehicle in the transportation code, that's the transportation code term.
For commercial?
I used to be a trucker, so I know the commercial code pretty good.
Okay.
So
and I'm sure if you had a commercial driver's license, you probably know more about traffic than I do. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, I'm the police officer, so I know blah blah blah." That's not what I'm here to do. Right. All right, brother. Well, safe travels. Just letting you know, you can possibly be pulled over again. All righty.
I understand your curiosity, man. Hey, you're a citizen guy.
Hey,
you uphold the Constitution today, man. I appreciate it.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right.
All right. Yeah. What y'all think about that, man? All right. What y'all think about that? Now, all right. So we've watched these videos, and you have seen two different spectrums, right? Now, when you go back to my first older video, I was just saying the same things pretty much that we got the right to travel. Okay. Now, as a person that is either even if you're a so-called citizen, if you're a state citizen, right? There is nothing in the Constitution that speaks about driving because I mean, driving was not around then, but they did have carriages, stage coaches, things of that nature. So people who drove the coach, like normally you don't drive the coach. Somebody drives the coach for you, right? If you ever notice when you look back in the day, most people that got in a stagecoach, there was somebody that was designated driving that stagecoach. Okay, you normally didn't do it. You normally got in and let somebody drive you. That is similar to a commercial avenue about let's say like a taxi cab driver or Uber driver, right? But even then, they didn't have license for that. So now in the modern era, they've got cars, automobiles that they try to say because they're motorized vehicles. And see, that's the terms they use these terms that the term if you put the same term or two different terms on the same object, like if I say that this is a remote control, right? But then if I say, well, under a commercial definition, I could say that this is a battery operated device. Okay, let's say if I say, well, any battery operated device has to be licensed. You have to go to your mayor and get a license to have a battery operated tool in your house. So now they're trying to, so they term it a certain way to make it legal. And when I mean legal, I mean they make it where they can create law, statute, or codes in order to make it work for them. But constitutionally, it would be a remote control, and the remote control is not necessarily under the Constitution or any of those laws. So that's what they're kind of doing when they do motor vehicles versus automobile or operator and a driver versus a traveler. And instead of you being like having people in your car, it's not you have not passengers. See, now think about that too. When they talk about you have a passenger in your car, what else has got passengers? When you get on the airplane, you're a passenger. You paid for that trip, right? So you're a passenger in a vehicle when it's a commercial. So all these terms are they use are commercial. And so the brother didn't fall into the commercial trap. He was very calm, collected, and he talked to the officer in a certain way, and he was able to, um, he was able to get off on that ticket. And so what we have shown is two different ways that an officer will come at somebody and how they standing on their rights from two different perspectives. So, for all these people out here who say that you're going to get killed or put in jail or whatever have you, it's not necessarily the case. Now, I will admit that these officers were calm and collected officers, and especially the brother, he was very respectful, and he actually listened to him explain things. Um, but if you notice that these two guys stood on what they believe and stood on their rights. So what I'm saying is take these as lessons, y'all, because this is how we got to move. If you're trying to either, if you're trying to maneuver or travel in your automobile, if you're traveling in your automobile and you get stopped and you don't have license, then you understand that there's a certain way you have to talk to the officer. You cannot be belligerent. Um, You have to be stern, and you have to know the law. You have to know the law. And that's the key, y'all, is to know the law, to stand on. Okay. So um, let me see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. I see Sister Phyllis was on here. Yeah, I know it's late, y'all. I appreciate you, Sister Phyllis, for coming on, checking it out. Um, but if you guys got any questions, you guys, let me see. I should have put the banner on. I didn't have my banner on. But if you guys, I'm gonna have the number in the description. But if you guys have any other questions, please give a contact. Please like this video, share this video if it came out right. I hope it came out right, y'all, because I can't see how everything looked. I don't know if it was choppy or not, or if you could follow everything. If you're still in here, and if you watched the video, if you're still in there, Sister Phyllis, please comment and let me know if the video, if you could see the video and if you could follow the video, because this is my first time doing this. So I want to start doing more of these type of videos where I can show a video and we can break down these videos, because I think sometimes we need to see it instead of me just showing you on a screen, as far as just showing you like still pictures. I need to show video sometimes. So I hope everything was good. Hope your solstice is going good. And I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate you. Peace and love. We out. Tutanan.